So there's another memory thing. December 10th, 2014. So I guess we'll get to the end. Okay, so breaking Congress sneaks political money loophole into budget deal would let individuals give more than $3,000, $300,000, right? So to political parties more than 10 times the old limit. Now you got Bernie Sanders saying, give money out of politics. You got Wolfpack.com, Young Turks. And they hid the provision on page 1,599 of a 1,603 page bill. There was actually, on 9/11, it was like, let me tell you something. Nobody reads the bills. On that same day, this is last year, December 10th, two psychologists who helped the CIA create the torture techniques earned over $81 million. $81 million to come up with torture techniques that wasn't torture, right? So enhanced interrogation techniques. So they got $81 million to figure out how to waterboard, how to, I don't know, slap their forehead and give them noogies and, other shit. So, there's some comments pretty messed up. And they also did rectal feeding. This just shows, this comes out of the report. The CIA had a report of their torture. It was like, we tortured some folks. They did rectal feeding. So this is what they were paid $81 million for. They did rectal feeding. So they were giving the food to the ones that they were torturing up their butthole. Oh, we'll give you some food up your butthole. So that's, it's dehumanizing, it's emasculating, but it's also, it's just weird. Like, that's fucked up. And then they played Russian roulette, right? Which is dangerous. Playing Russian roulette, that means one of them could have accidentally got shot. Maybe they put a bullet in it or something. I don't know. Chained a man in a dungeon till he died of exposure. So they're killing them. They're killing some of them. So they also tortured their own informants, right? We tortured some folks, y'all. That's what, Obama said. Leah Swink, we wonder why people hate us. Well, no shit. We understand why they hate us. It just sucks that, her and I, but most people don't. We're the information generation, and we're dying due to willful ignorance. CIA officers also threatened at least 3 detainees with harm to their families. Oh, I'm going to hurt your families. It includes threats to harm the children of a detainee, threats to sexually abuse the mother of a detainee, and a threat to cut a detainee's mother's throat. Oh, I'm going to fuck your mother. I'm going to cut your mother's throat, right? This is what we're doing to, it's how you torture people, right? We're saying torture is acceptable. War on terror. And even John McCain was against that shit. In fact, baby Bush had said in a debate that John McCain was disqualified because he was tortured, so therefore he probably was insane. Which is fucked up because then, baby Bush is the one that started all the torturing. Use of diapers, make them wear diapers. Use of insects, I guess let insects crawl. This is what they got, $81 million, 2 psychologists. I wish I would have found their names, but $81 fucking million of taxpayer money to say, hey, what if we put them in diapers? What if we have insects and put insects all over mock burial? What if they're just, I got an idea. What if we just slap their faces? Oh, that's brilliant. Here's another $1 million. You got any other ones? Oh, I think I could think of some other ones. So it does. He said, curiosity, intelligence, treated like a mental illness. Yeah, that's true. But that's intelligence, morality, creativity, independence. What the fuck? It's like, oh, you think for yourself? Well, there must be something wrong with you. Here's Brian Deese. He said he spoke with Vietnam vets or POW who were waterboarded and left in a room, yet thought was nowhere near anyone they knew, but found a way to communicate with fellow POWs and escaped Shawshank prison break, style tunneling out of the dirt floor jail, and ended up fortifying the prison as their own base using Vietnamese weapons, and said there was never a detainee there afterwards because revenge is a mother of a strong reaction after you've been tortured. Yeah, that is. You probably can never fucking forget shit like that. I've been in unbearable, oppressive situations, and I feel like that's actually fucked me up, just being under oppression and not being able to deal with it or say something. We found nothing new. Sometimes lies. Sometimes folks voluntarily say info, but CIA ain't believing them, right? So they just want to be sadistic. Hey, here's the truth. Well, I don't believe you. He got us John McCain. All he wants to do is bomb everybody, you know. Bush says it's akin to frat hazes, but it's not. Rectal feeding, threatening to rape mothers, just slapping shows, you know, where you're at in the pecking order, all that shit. Narcissist in chief was catching the rap with the blonde while the wife looked on with the all hell hath no fury face and looking like she was going to smack one or both of them at some point. First lady wife switches seats with flirtatious husband and plants self between the two. That's intense. That's women understand their power. They understand their ability, what they do with men, and it's like, wait a second, she has all the lady lumps that I have. So what's the difference between her and me? It's like loyalty. You've been there the whole time, but it's like, no, you're my man, and you got to put, you know, control them, right? Be able to learn to handle them. And I don't know. Maybe I'm not very good at that because it does seem like it takes one to possess the other, or they possess each. I mean, wouldn't that, if you just possess each other, if you just trusted each other and you just wanted to be around each other? I don't know. I don't know. I saw this one dog. Somebody was like, it started taking up care of kittens, and the mother, like the human, was petting one of the kittens. Oh, it was a bunny rabbit, and the human was petting the bunny rabbit, and then the dog picked the bunny rabbit up and took it back to its litter. It was like, that's mine. That's my little cute little bunny. Give me that bunny back. And I don't know. I mean, that's instinctual, and I don't know. I'm not a very good oppressor, so to be able to always be on top of somebody like that, to always like have to keep them here. No, you are mine. I possess you. While I can understand, you know, feeling the company and wanting somebody there. In general, I don't know. I don't think that's anything. That's just too much. I feel like that's enslaving me in the long run. But that's an interesting look. The look, you know, the death glare seen around the world. I don't think they'll be making the Bound 3 video. 2 years ago on this day, Uruguay just became the first country in the world to legalize marijuana. And so that's exciting. That's actually really exciting news. That's, I don't know. I would like to be around, you know, some potheads. I think potheads are cool. They're hippies. They're laid back. So I appreciate them. So that's actually a cool little meme there. I have these holidays for the revolutionary humanist. I probably should put them back on there because I like that picture. Here's a song actually that I'd made 2 years ago, and I think it's actually one of my favorite songs, to be honest with you. I'm gonna play a little bit here because it's still up, right? We can still listen to it. The world can listen to what I got. I got 1 like out of this, and I thought it was actually one of the best things I had. Mingo warrior cheetah Seneca Cayuga Taugayita Taugayita fighting for freedom against the European legions who forgot their visas. Oh, Taugayita, Mingo warrior cheetah Sacagawea Oneida Seneca, Cayuga, Tuscarora, and Onondaga. That's 6 nations who were patient and naked of an Iroquois League Confederation, which was hereditary. The first American Confederacy. Can't you see that Johnny Logan? The tsunami slogans are revengeful. Ohio Mingo chief, Shawnee war chief. Under blackfish and cornstalk, taught Johnny Logan how to tomahawk, start American revolutions against the occupying white pollution. The forest he painted with foreign aliens, the Pennsylvanians, and Skipper Kid the Key, the last Shawnee village, in Kentucky. 1754, right at the start of the pillage of the French, English, and Amerindian War. And 20 years of... I really like that. And actually, I mean, I like this too, right? My memories. Oh, what's the memories about? I just want to see how many hits that I've got. I probably have watched it myself 20 times. So we'll subtract 20. Oh, I got 38 views. So I've gotten 18 views on this. Alright, so Yeah, a lot of work and futility, to be honest with you. Gatewood Galbraith, he was alive then, maybe? I don't know. When the government tells us that we cannot go to our mother source that is earth and plant a seed in God's green earth and utilize the green plant that comes out of there in its natural form for our fiber and food and medicine needs, and that government is awry, and that government no longer represents the best interest of the citizens of this country. He's absolutely right, and he was probably the best politician that Kentucky's ever had. Populist, actually gave a shit about the people, and tried to inspire people to go vote. But it's like the 10% would laugh, the 10% of the public that would vote. Oh, Gatewood, oh, you're so silly. You actually want to change the world. Poverty is not an accident. Actually, I just saw this same one. Like slavery and apartheid, it's man-made and it can be removed by the actions of human beings. So, oh yeah, I was Professor at U of L was telling about how black students are always told to not go for their dreams, and I told her I want to abolish poverty, and she was like, "Oh, good luck with that." Yeah, good luck with that. Fuck you. If more people were thinking like me, maybe poverty would be fucking gone. If we actually did focus on how to get rid of poverty, poverty would be gone in 5 fucking years. We were able to get to the moon, but we can't figure out how to get rid of poverty. We're a rich country. Finland's going to be paying everybody $800, $900 a month. There's a way to get rid of that. Right there. That's how you get rid of poverty. Guaranteed minimum income, and then you could put blame everybody. This is Daryl Link was just letting everybody know about snow emergencies. Level 1. Call me if you need milk or bread. I deliver. Be safe, everyone. So that's nice. Right, to do, finish this paper, and then I'll be finished with the rest of the semester. Woo! And then there's some comments here. Let's see. So, Larry Hovkamp, good luck, comrade, dude. You can do this. An area that needs work is problem solving. Any idea is for kids to develop a utopian society. It's so stupid. I think it's actually it's not just a thought experiment. It's real life, Keep busy, kids busy for a year. All kinds of possibilities. Well, not just keep them busy. Let's actually solve this shit. This ain't a game. This is real life. Defining what their view of utopia should be. Premise might be to change as the year goes along. Amendments. Teacher points out stuff. Kids decide valid or not. What about sewer? What about folks who break law, etc. On and on and on. Works very well for about 5th, 6th, or 7th. Really takes a creative teacher. Set this up once a week, Friday presentations. I understand. I don't know. Okay. So he's like, God damn, still? Okay, that's awesome. How much you encouraging, huh? Motherfucker won't help build the house, but complains when the house ain't built and he ain't got nowhere to live. So there was winter. We had snow there was closing shit, right? 2 years ago. 2 years ago, there was snow, level 1 snow emergency in Kentucky. Now it's like warm. It's like 50 or 60 degrees out. December 10th. So Louisville police began tracking problematic officers for prosecutors' defense. Oh, that's nice. A fucking year later, right? Supposedly they're starting to get cameras, but whatever, man. They just take forever to do shit. Marijuana could possibly ruin your life, so if I catch you with it, I'm taking you to prison. I'm gonna ruin your life. So that's fucking wonderful. Officer executes unarmed American after sarcastic remark. Yeah, this is the college student. I think Redux, I want to say Redux, but it was a really smart guy, some college student, and he was like, "You're not going to shoot me, are you?" And he just started shooting. He emptied the gun on him. Killed him. Right? So, white privilege, huh? Right? Great white privilege. It's, white people just get away with it all. Bullshit. That's just bullshit. I think there's no tolerance for any sort of bullshit, but sometimes white people can get away with it, but not always. Mayan apocalypse. Oh no, December 21st is going to be the end. The end is nigh. And that's been going on since Y2K, since 2000, and still 2012. 12 years later, nope, the end of the world. End of the world next year, end of the world. It's like, how many times are you going to be told the end of the world before you start believing it's bullshit? I appreciated Jamie Foxx's Medea Tyler Perry's impersonation. It's hilarious. How I paid for my surgery without any money. And I was actually worried about it. My face was fucked up. And you see, what support I got. I got 2 likes and 3 comments. My face is fucked up. This is 3 days after the police beat the shit out of me. I don't have any health insurance. The police beat me up pretty bad. We'll need reconstructive surgery, and I'm looking for lawyers in Louisville. And there's like a good personal injury lawyer. Lawyer wouldn't have helped. And then strike, debt, never pay. I mean, I don't know. Like, he's not even helping. It's like, shit, I have a situation here. I need to figure out how to fucking pay for this shit. I have nobody. I fucking have nobody. So thank God for Obama. If it wasn't for Obamacare, I wouldn't have been able to pay for it. The fucking lawyers, it's still pending in the federal courts. Like, I got the most incompetent fucking lawyers ever. It's like they don't know how to stand up to other people, but they want to treat me like a bitch. And it's like, you don't even know how to stand up. You don't even know how to stand up for me. I don't know. If you're more likely to hurt those you oppress instead of, the strangers, then I think you're a bad person. I think you're a bad person. You should be able to, I don't know, if you think violence is acceptable, then you should be able to use violence against a neighbor, right? You better do what I tell you, or I'm gonna use violence. And if you can't do it to the neighbor, then you can't do it to anybody else, because then that means you're just hurting those that are under you. It's like governments. Typically, throughout governments kill more of their own citizens than they do foreign citizens, because you're underneath their domain, and so they're more likely to kill you than they are to kill anybody else in another country. And if there is wrongdoing in another country, unless you're a superpower, sometimes there's Kosovo, there's humanitarian missions, but like the Turkey and Russian jet, it's like, well, you did fly over their airspace. They blew a fucking jet up. I mean, that'd be crazy. I appreciate a lot of things about the United States. We seem like we've carved out the states pretty well. We're gonna be here forever. The states are pretty immortal, and we're doing okay for ourselves. But think about that. If a plane was to fly over Tennessee and Tennessee shot down a plane coming out of Florida, and they said, well, it was our airspace, motherfucker, and they're right? It's their airspace, and if they're a nation within a nation, then they are allowed to do shit like that. But that'd be fucked up. That'd be nuts. So that's a little time warp there. I've actually enjoyed several of these. So.